Hello, I'm Pam Sutherland from True Star Talent, and I'm here with the very talented Chris Newton. Hello, Chris.
Japan.
But this is all about you. So tell me a little bit about your industry experience.
Well, I'm in financial services recruitment, obviously. Been doing it since 1998, last century. And previously, I was in financial services as an advisor and went into management, and I've been involved in it for 15 years. So I know the industry well. There's a big advantage of going into financial services recruitment. I can speak from experience. And before then, I used to be in the offshore oil industry, but so it's very different.
And what
But
part
yep, now I've got over 20 years experience in financial services recruitment.
and what parts of the recruitment are you particularly interested in types of job roles?
Well, I specialize. I don't do what I think is recruitment. I specialize in career development and career progression. So people who are in a particular situation and want to go to a better place. And so I look at their current situation, and in some cases, I say to them, "Look, you're better off staying where you are." But sometimes, because of change of circumstances, they need to move on, and that's my job, is to help them.
And why do you choose to do what you do? What drives you to do this job?
Well, I enjoy helping people, right, and getting an excellent result for them. And it just gives me a real buzz when I see people in a really happy situation. And that's with my assistance.
And if we're looking at your values then as you as a person, what do you care about most in your values?
Well, being really honest with people, finding out a lot about them as well, and getting a clear understanding of the situation with my candidates, which I think is so important. And I do enjoy helping them. That's the way I look at it.
So to really help people then, what do you do to really get to understand them? How do you get to the crux of the person so that you can help them?
Well, I get to know them, get them involved in conversations, find out, what their aims and objectives are, their key strengths, their skills, their their ambitions, etc. And I think it's so important to get a clear understanding of their situation. And I ask loads of questions, get them involved, but build up a relationship with them. It's not a question of getting their CV and then bunging it off to any company. I just want to know them well.
And with those relationships then, are they short term, long term? How long have you known people, for example?
Oh, I keep in touch with loads of them, and they ring me, and it's a daily thing. They ring me up, and I had a phone call the other day from a candidate, and he said, "Oh, Chris, I've got to tell you something." So I said, "Yeah." He said, "I did a case the other day with a client, and he invested £1 million with me." What? What a result! And the client's ecstatically happy with him. Obviously, trust him implicitly to invest £1 million. And it gave me such a buzz. It really did. I really enjoyed it. Now I keep in touch with loads of them.
That's lovely. Now tell me something about you outside of work that people might be surprised to know about you.
Well, there's a few things. I mean, one of the things I've been very or had been very involved in is international horse trials, where I was a fence judge, or I am a fence judge. These are big sort of international events. I mean, since COVID, a lot of them have closed down, but there's one particular one I get involved in, which is Blair International Horse Trials, which is about an hour away, an hour and a half away, and it is a very high standard. And the highest standard is called, CII 4 star. and you get the top riders, in the world attending. There'll be about 20 of them of that particular class. There's different classes, and occasionally some years they have a CII, what they call 5-star, and that's Olympic standard. And we're asked, we're a team. Each fence has 4 judges. We all have our particular roles, and it's a big international 5-star event, and we're good enough for it. It gives me a real buzz.
Wonderful. And as we're closing off this interview now, is there anything you'd like to add at the end?
What about me? Well, I pride myself in what I do. I think I do a really good job for my candidates. My candidates are number one. I get a lot of compliments from them. Um, the occasional bottle of malt whiskies sort of appear on my doorstep, which I don't complain about. But no, I enjoy it. I really enjoy working with my candidates.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, that's a pleasure.